we here with Nasir Graham, former middleweight champion in New Jersey, man. So, all right, we're gonna get into that. Before we start the interview, I want to ask you, like, your upbringing. What got you into, like, what got you to boxing? Like, what was the point that was like now in the box? Like, what got you there?
Well, I was a troubled youth. I was in the streets, fighting, the nonsense that a lot of young men go through when they're at that age, trying to prove themselves. And you know, as a street fighter, I could fight. So guys was talking about, you know, of course, taking it further, shooting me, my brother. So an older guy, thank God for a guy by the name of Unique Heavy Hooks. Came and had a talk with me. His brothers used to swing out with me, and he came and they talked to him. They told him about the situation, so he came, had a talk with me, told me if I could fight like that, let's see, taking me to a boxing gym.
Ironically,
Ironically, it was inside here. There was nothing in here back then at that time. So we just had like some boxing mitts, and he had hand passes. He just showed me boxing moves.
All right, so if you don't mind me asking, like, when did the trouble start? Like, when did you actually start getting trouble? Or being a troubled child?
When I was around 14, 15, I got into the streets. I was still in high school, but I got into, around 14.
So it started young?
Started young, yeah.
So, like, before that, you didn't have nothing, like, constructive on your mind? Like, oh, I want to go be a doctor. And you just, like, I want to go outside?
Yeah, at that age, growing up inside urban cities, what I'm saying, such as North, you get more influenced as a young man by guys who are around you.
Yeah.
So you end up talking about the things that they talk about.
Right.
Instead of listening to the people who know better, the elders, you know what I'm saying, because you don't see them as cool or whatever, but you see your friends as cool. So you let your friends influence you to the wrong things. Basically, that's what happened.
Yeah, all right. So, knowing that you were a former boxer, you was professional, right? Correct? All right, so knowing that, like, how many amateur fights did you have?
I actually had, people think I had a lot of amateur fights. I actually only had 14 amateur fights.
Yeah, because I did a little research. I wanted to ask, like, because I didn't see too many of your amateur fights.
Yeah, I only have 14 amateur fights. Technically inside boxing, it's known that you have, before you turn open class, which is the more experienced guys, you usually have 10 amateur fights, right? I had started advancing very fast. I won the Diamond Gloves in my 4th amateur fight. Back at the time when I was an amateur, there was a lot of guys in each weight class, so you end up fighting like 5 or 6 times before you get to the finals. So you had to beat like 5 or 6 guys to get to the championship. So I had won the Diamond Gloves championship at my 5th fight.
Yeah.
So they decided to turn me open at my 6th fight. So I had like 6 amateur fights, and then they turned me open class.
Were you open to that? You wanted to do that?
I just wanted to compete. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if I was that good or not that good. When it's you don't really know.
Yeah, you want to find out.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Exactly. So that's what ended up happening. So after I turned open class, I lost one. I won another one after that. I lost my first open class fight. I lost to this guy by the name of Darren Trubisky, who actually beat Buddy McGirt and Fernando Vargas later on as a pro. And then I won some, and then I ended up winning the Golden Gloves Open after that, going to the Nationals.